We are. Wow, that was a good start. The Boys is an amazing show on Amazon. It's like one of my favorite shows out there. And to be honest, The Boys is a pretty good show. I know it's not a show for everyone. It is absolutely disgusting in its own comedic way. But when it comes to the synopsis and the plot of the show, I think it's pretty genius. Having like if superheroes were like an actual thing in real life, this is how it would go. And that's basically what The Boys is. So, synopsis of it, just basically, there's this team of like little like vigilantes who sees that there was this little corporation called VOT who is like protecting these superheroes and basically like letting them have public image. And we all know that when someone has a lot of public image, they become, very egotistical. So, yeah, there it is. There's people like Homelander who's very egotistical, and then all the other superheroes in the VOT thing, the Seven. So, the Boys is just like a little group there that wants to take down VOT because of like what the superheroes are doing because, Homelander might destroy the entire world, it's just gonna happen. So that's what The Boys is. And it does it in a very good comedic way. But there is this one thing I want to talk about, a spin-off. It's called Gen V. So Gen V, if you go in here like not watching The Boys and just going straight to Gen V, you would be absolutely confused. It's not a joke. So Gen V is, I can't, my throat. Gen V is a spin-off of The Boys that is in between season 3 and season 4. So that's what sits on the line. So if you haven't seen 1 through 3 yet, and you haven't seen 4, watch the show. It's good. I recommend that you watch The Boys 1 through 3, Gen V, then 4, because that's what I'm doing. I did a whole rewatch of the show, and I just got now on season 4 of The Boys. So yeah, but this video is just about Gen V and Gen V alone. So I find this show like not as like good as The Boys. Now I'm saying that now I'm saying that's a bad show. I think that it's just not as like good as The Boys. So I don't know like the plot of it. It was kind of like all over the place when it comes to the plot. But from what I got was that it's it is a place where there's like these group of university people. Where there's the main character. Her name is Marie, and she can basically like bend blood, like she's freaking Katara from Avatar. So basically, she's a bloodbender. So it's like if she like cuts herself or she like finds blood, she can like, make it into whatever she wants, like skull it or like Katara, and that's her power. So she gets into this little university. The name is so weird. It's like Garlocken University, where it's like a university that teaches like young superheroes like X-Men. So yeah, that's what I got from it. So she goes into school. She meets a lot of friends. Typical college university things. Cause when I watched this series, I had like a big, like familiarity with this show, and how familiar it is with Stranger Things. I don't know. I never watched Stranger Things. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's what I got from it. So you follow Marie. I can't my throat because I don't know. So you just follow her into in this little university. So she makes friends. She has enemies. For some reason she gets a lover that comes out of nowhere, and you just follow like all the people, all the students' life here in the university for superheroes, and it's pretty cool. You like see like different cool powers. Like there's an invisible person. There's a one of the characters go tiny. There's another guy who goes into like flaming, like he's freaking Human Torch. What's another one? Like there's one who's like really strong. There's one who can like reattach their limbs, like freaking Havoc from Mortal Kombat. So it's pretty cool. But obviously this is The Boys, so this isn't like haha, PG college life. Oh my god, I got college, let's go college. This is The Boys universe, so we all know like, oh, college. There's something wrong with this university, and I don't think I want to really get into that if you haven't seen the show. I'm gonna try my best to avoid spoilers, but obviously there is something wrong with this university. Um, so you also see like a lot of prominent characters in here. So you get like a big crossover with the boys. So you see people. I will spoil the boys though. So you see people like there's like a lot of like cool faces in here. Like let's see, Victoria Newman, Soldier Boy, Tech Knight. You know, you see a lot of the cool crossovers. Homelander. You know, you see a lot of them in here. Some of them might be like little paintings, maybe like in a little TV show, you know. So TV show like in like TV and all that. But it's like a pretty cool crossover. I think the story is pretty good. But like the overall like the way they do it is pretty fast. Like a lot of things happen. Like there was this one episode where I think that it's not like half of the episode is like not even necessary to a certain extent. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. Episode like 5 or 4, so that episode somewhere. Um, but yeah, this show, other than that, is almost like Stranger Things, you can say, but not but Stranger Things with like the boys twist. So obviously you get a lot of like disgusting things. So you whatever you see in the boys, you're exactly gonna get into here. So you see people like just being weird and disgusting and not very kid friendly. So yeah, it's one of the it's a like a spin off of the boys, and it really does go with the plot. From what I heard of, I haven't gotten to season 4 of the boys yet, but so far, it's good. Gen V it was like a little interesting story. I don't know how that plot is gonna tie in to season 4. There was like one little plot that I feel like will tie into season 4, but I feel like I don't know how like the kids or like the group of people, like how the university itself is gonna tie into season 4. But they'll surprise me. So it's kind of weird how they made like a in between like spin off series that I feel like if you don't watch Gen V like between 3 and 4, I'm pretty sure you will get confused. But I heard it's not really like a big deal. But we watched it because why not? It's part of the boys, and I'm really here for plot. That's it. I think everything about this show is pretty good. Characters are good. Um, I just don't really want to really get into the plot because I feel like that's its own thing to unramble. I will say that yeah, I don't know if I should really just spoil this. I probably won't. I won't. But Gen V as a show was good. It's just that it's one of those shows where you just have to watch but the boys 1 to 3 in order to understand like what Gen V is about. I mean, you can go in there watching, not giving quite like if you want like a good TV show about like university people, like freaking grad students and superpowers like X-Men, go ahead and watch Gen V. It's a pretty good, show. I think the characters, the powers, the action sequences, I think they're good. But, if you're like watching for like background plot or like little references, because they make a lot of references to the boys, and there's a lot of people in here who are from the boys series, so you probably won't understand that. But if you really just go in there just like wanting for like a cool little uh, group of people plot like in our house, like a cool group of people, Stranger Things, college people going on adventures, using the powers. I think it's a good show. I think it's a pretty good show. But I did come in here watching The Boys, and I feel like I understand that it is pretty good. But it is highly recommended that if you wanted to watch the show, watch The Boys. It's just that. So that leads to the big question: is Gen V better than The Boys? Absolutely not. It's not. I feel like it's just something that you have to watch in order to, I guess, like understand more things or get like a lot of background things. Kind of like Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. They have a lot of things for Better Call Saul was a prequel to Breaking Bad to a certain extent. But it's just one of those shows that you just have to like watch in order to get the plot for the other show that you want to watch. So yeah, Gen V isn't as good as The Boys, but as a like TV show alone, I think it's pretty good. Like the characters, the powers, the CGI and all that, I think it's pretty good. So yeah, that's all I really want to talk about today. Thanks for watching.